Cheddar Snacks.
No,
I'm talking about the animal.
I like the snack.
I'm talking about the living animal. The living animal goldfish. Feel nothing?
No.
Marlin? Swordfish?
I've seen one of them. That was the baseball team I was on when I was 8.
Well, it's also a real baseball team.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's not what I said.
What about
I like them 'cause
what
they're
about the
called
legendary
swordfish.
coelacanth, the fossil fish?
One of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh decks.
What about relicanth?
I do like relicanth.
Red snapper, sea bass.
Red Snapper is an item collectible in
I'm trying to figure out if there is a single
Red
physical
Snapper-
fish that
hold
could
on.
bring you joy.
Hold on, Red Snapper is a very good item you want to collect in Dragon Ball Z: The Legacy of Goku 2 because you can trade them in for Senzu beans.
That works for me.
So that does bring me joy, but I wouldn't be able to identify one in person.
That works for me. So Yuka here, I was just playing a ton in friendlies earlier. Definitely has the snake flow charts down.
Mm-hmm.
Did have a few habits, and I will say I actually played this exact matchup a ton.
What is on that jersey?
I don't know.
He's pointing, but I am blind.
My eyesight is worse than yours.
So I hope you all at home can see what's on that, because he seemed very proud of it.
Well, we will see. It appears to be LST.
It's some.
Well, either way, yeah, Yuka, like I said, definitely has the snake flow charts down. I mean, if you just try to run at him without a game plan, you're going to be in trouble. And then even if you do, you have to be very decisive.
Yeah.
I tried to stick with a very offensive game plan because that's what I wanted to work on today. And I think after about like 6 games, he turned to me unprompted, but did turn to me and say, you know, you don't want to be as aggressive against Snake.
Yeah.
And, you know, in my head, I was like, you know, in the moment, I was like, I didn't ask. I was like, I didn't ask. But on the other hand, he's right.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He's right. You can't just run at Snake.
Oh!
Oh my goodness.
He wanted dash attack again.
He sees this Roy and he is only seeing me, which means that he is going to mess this Roy up. But MB so far has done some pretty good damage to Yuka already. The question is, are you going to be able to extend off of these ledge traps? This is one of the places where Snake can really struggle, so long as you're keeping track of how he's getting out of that corner.
Now, MB's got to just keep in mind, first of all, where that C4 is. You don't want to stand right on top of it, please. And oh my goodness. Yeah, keep an eye on the way that Yuka's moving, because it looks like Yuka kind of follows the MVD school of thought, which is always be pressing buttons.
Always be pressing
Always
buttons,
be pressing buttons, always be moving, flip-flopping and reversing and turning, and look at that. He is flying. He is not in the same spot for more than half a second before another button gets pressed.
No.
And that's perfect, because Snake is like a sleight of hand character. He's not like a character that genuinely sets up traps the same way that other projectile characters do. But he does a lot of, look at me, look over here.
You actually can play very patiently against Snake. You just have to be very confident that you can, you know.
Oh, you got to accept that you're going to get mixed on like you're playing an anime fighting game.
There you go, that aggressive edge guard. And like I was saying, like in the corners, I think that being aggressive against Snake, right, trying to call out particular options on the recoveries, on the ledge traps, those are very, very effective. Just when you're in the neutral, when you're trying to get out of the corner yourself, that's where you have to be so discerning.
Ooh, I love the fast fall in the air, so we're still able to catch. Ooh, up air doesn't activate the grenade. We're just waiting.
Yeah.
Waiting for a great amount of time here.
Here's Yuka setting up the ledge trap again. Big down air at his shield. Not going to set up anything. Already committed to pulling that grenade.
Yeah, it was just too far to get the grab that we wanted to. Ooh. Here we go. Nair is setting him up. Boom. Forward tilt. Gonna push off stage. Okay.
Back air, not going to be able to connect. And that's one of those frustrating things where, like, if your attack cancels and stuff aren't on point, it's hard to, like, open up quickly against Snake.
That is the worst position to be in.
Yeah.
I roll in and I get up tilted, and I roll away and I get C forward.
That's just like, you were talking about like the MVD school of thought. Like that is, the MVD does that. He loves like down throw, immediately turning and like extending
shake the hand. Yeah.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, you gave me that one. It's one of those situations where I don't actually ever blame anybody for rolling onto the C4 because 99% of the time Snake isn't ready to press that button.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I've covered this option. You're not going to go there. I don't think this is the answer that we're looking for.
Well, I do know that MB has played Mac for a while.
Maybe it is the answer.
Definitely, from a matchup perspective, it does not make things easier. Especially because I will say one thing: Yuka loves being in the air as Snake.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do as Little Mac about that. You can't just jump up and like up B or up tilt the platforms or whatever because you got to deal with grenades and you're a very light character. You get edge guarded so easily. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, I love the slight walk back with the grenade there. So you could set up that grab. Yeah, you can just deactivate that grenade.
Oh, but the tech, but
it does not matter.
It had to air dodge immediately after that tech, otherwise,
we had no double jump, we had no side B, we had no nothing.
Not shielding right on the C4 yet. I mean, this is just, it's so hard to get anything going as Little Mac in this matchup. I mean, in most matchups as Mac, you want to be throwing out like lingering hitboxes that can lead into combos or like frame trap your opponents.
Yeah.
That's not something that Snake has to deal with. He has buttons to just escape that.
Press the B button, you will blow something up.
At least he got a banger song.
This is a nice song.
The Pac-Land song goes unreasonably hard.
Ooh. Perfect time on the grenade. He let him cook.
Ooh. I thought that was a KO punch for sure.
KO punch,
standing there shielding in front of a Mac?
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary. That goes right through the shields, but you did see it get blown away by the grenades. And now again, jumping between the platforms. Not a lot that MB has really been able to do about it.
Yeah, like, even if you're more comfortable with Mac, this is still just...
that does not make it better.
No. Again, like, Snake just kind of bypasses what makes Mac effective in those situations. I say effective with air quotes, obviously.
Yeah.
He still struggles no matter what dealing with aerial opponents. But 137, I mean, Snake just doesn't even need to land on you, right?
There we go, getting the forward tilt. First stock on the board for MB, close to a KO punch, so we could see a last stock situation pretty soon. If we're able to play this one close to the chest. But Yuka has the right idea. You have no reason to ever be anywhere near that Little Mac. Get out of there!
Ooh, wait a second, though. Like you said, could see the last stock situation. KO punch is still online, but ran right into the C4 Yuka.